Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi are trending again, why their chemistry still feels so unforgettable. Sometimes, all it takes is one frame, one glance, one smile, two familiar faces appearing side by side, and suddenly, memories that seemed to belong to another chapter come rushing back. That is exactly what happened when Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi once again appeared together in the public spotlight. What initially looked like an ordinary moment at a star-studded event quickly became a major talking point online. Clips spread across social media, comment sections filled up, and fans began revisiting some of the most memorable moments from the pair's past collaboration. But why? After all, the entertainment industry is constantly producing new pairings, new dramas, new viral moments, and new celebrity interactions. Every day brings another trending topic. Yet whenever the names Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi appear together, there seems to be something different about the reaction. The excitement feels familiar, almost nostalgic. And for many viewers, that familiar feeling may be the real reason this latest moment resonated so strongly. One frame was enough to bring everything back. The recent buzz did not necessarily come from some dramatic interaction. There was no need for an elaborate performance or an obviously staged exchange. Instead, the attention came from something much simpler: Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi sharing the same space, appearing naturally within the same frame. And somehow, that was enough. As footage from the event circulated online, viewers quickly began pointing out the atmosphere surrounding the two actors. Their interaction appeared relaxed and effortless, reminding many fans of the dynamic that had once made them such a memorable screen pairing. The reaction was almost immediate. Comments began appearing from viewers who had not necessarily thought about the duo in a long time. Some returned to old clips. Others searched for interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, promotional appearances, and scenes from their drama. It was as though someone had opened an old photo album. One moment brought back an entire era. That is what makes nostalgia so powerful. You are not simply remembering two actors. You are remembering where you were, what you were watching, what you were feeling, and the excitement surrounding a story that once occupied so much of your attention. For some fans, seeing Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi together again was not merely a celebrity sighting. It was a trip back in time. Why does this pairing still have such strong appeal? Celebrity pairings are everywhere. Every year, audiences discover new on-screen couples and become invested in their characters. Some pairings dominate social media for a few months before gradually fading from public conversation. Others become unforgettable. Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi belong to that second category for many viewers. Their appeal began with the characters they portrayed together, but it did not end when the drama finished airing. Their performances created an emotional connection with audiences, particularly because the relationship between their characters developed through a combination of affection, tension, humor, vulnerability, and emotional growth. The result was a pairing that viewers could easily become emotionally invested in. Certain scenes became especially memorable. Fans replayed them. They analyzed expressions, gestures, pauses, glances, and even tiny changes in tone. Social media users created compilations of their interactions, while others discussed which scenes best represented the emotional connection between their characters. And when an audience becomes that emotionally invested in a fictional relationship, the actors can become permanently associated with those memories. That is why years later, a simple reunion can feel surprisingly powerful. The audience is not only seeing Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi. They are seeing the characters they once loved. They are remembering the story. And perhaps, without even realizing it, they are remembering a younger version of themselves. The chemistry that fans say is difficult to recreate. What exactly makes their dynamic so appealing? There is no single answer. Part of it comes from their individual personalities. Wu Lei has long carried a youthful yet increasingly mature image. His public appearances often project confidence and composure while still retaining a natural warmth that makes him approachable. Zhao Lusi, meanwhile, has built a reputation for her lively presence and expressive personality. Her ability to communicate emotion naturally has helped her connect with audiences across different projects. Put those qualities together, and the contrast becomes interesting. One feels steady. The other feels energetic. One can create a sense of calm. The other brings spontaneity. And when those different qualities interact naturally, viewers notice. Sometimes the most memorable moments are not the dramatic ones. It can be a quick look across the room. A spontaneous smile. A playful response during an interview. A perfectly timed reaction. A moment when one person speaks and the other immediately understands the joke. Individually, these details may seem insignificant. But when viewers already feel emotionally connected to the pairing, even the smallest interaction can become meaningful. That is the fascinating thing about chemistry. It is difficult to manufacture convincingly. Audiences can often sense when two people are simply performing a promotional interaction, and they can also recognize when a dynamic feels effortless. For fans of Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi, that natural quality is precisely what makes their old footage so enjoyable to revisit. Then came the flood of old memories. Once the latest footage began circulating, fans did what fans often do when nostalgia takes over. They went looking for the past. Old interviews resurfaced. Behind-the-scenes clips appeared again. Promotional live streams were shared. Photos that had been forgotten for years suddenly found new audiences. And scenes from their drama were once again discussed as though they had only aired yesterday. One particularly common reaction was essentially this: how does the chemistry still feel the same? That question captures something important. The actors have changed. Their careers have changed. Their experiences have changed. Their audiences have grown. Yet the emotional memory attached to their earlier collaboration remains remarkably strong. That does not necessarily mean viewers believe the two have remained unchanged. Quite the opposite. Their growth may actually be part of what makes the reunion so interesting. Fans can look at them today and compare the people they have become with the actors they remember from years ago. It creates a strange combination of familiarity and distance. They are familiar faces, but they are no longer exactly the same people the audience remembers. And perhaps that is why the moment feels emotional. Nostalgia is about more than two celebrities. There is another layer to this phenomenon that is easy to overlook. When viewers say they miss a particular drama or pairing, they are not always talking exclusively about the actors. Sometimes, they are missing the period of their own lives when that drama mattered. Think about it. You may remember where you watched a certain episode. You may remember staying up late to finish a scene. You may remember discussing the characters with friends. You may remember refreshing social media to see new clips. You may remember the excitement of waiting for the next episode. Years later, when the same actors appear together again, those memories can return instantly. That is why nostalgia can feel unexpectedly emotional. You are not simply remembering a television show. You are remembering yourself watching it. For many fans, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi represent one of those rare screen partnerships that became connected to a particular period of their lives. So when the pair appears together again, it can feel like a small doorway back to that time. But there is an important difference between chemistry and speculation. Of course, renewed interest in a celebrity pairing can quickly lead to speculation. Whenever two popular actors appear together, social media discussions can easily move beyond their professional relationship. Some viewers may wonder whether there is something more behind their interactions. Others may interpret a smile or glance in ways that go far beyond what was actually shown. This is where it is important to keep perspective. Public events only reveal a limited part of celebrities' lives. Viewers see what cameras capture and what the participants choose to share publicly. Anything beyond that remains private. So while fans can enjoy the chemistry, revisit memorable scenes, and celebrate their collaboration, it is better not to treat online speculation as established fact. The most interesting part of Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi's story does not require rumors. Their professional collaboration already gave audiences something memorable. Their characters already created emotional connections. And their work already left an impression. Sometimes, that is enough. Two careers, two different journeys. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of their reunion is not simply what happened between them. It is what happened after their original collaboration. Wu Lei has continued developing his career, taking on different kinds of roles and gradually moving beyond the image of the child actor many viewers first knew. Zhao Lusi has also continued building her career through a wide range of projects, establishing herself as one of the familiar faces of the younger generation of Chinese television. Their paths have evolved separately. That makes seeing them together again feel almost symbolic. Fans are not just looking at two actors from an old drama. They are looking at two performers who have grown since then. And suddenly, an old partnership takes on a new meaning. It becomes a reminder of how much can change in just a few years. The people who once appeared together at the beginning of their journeys are now standing in the spotlight with entirely different experiences behind them. For longtime viewers, that contrast can be surprisingly moving. Why this viral moment matters. In an industry where attention moves incredibly quickly, staying relevant in the public imagination is difficult. A new drama arrives. A new pairing becomes popular. A new clip goes viral. Then, almost as quickly, something else replaces it. Yet some combinations continue to attract attention long after their original moment has passed. That is not necessarily because of constant promotion. Sometimes, it happens because the audience simply refuses to forget. The renewed interest in Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi demonstrates the lasting power of a successful story. When viewers genuinely connect with characters, those emotions do not necessarily disappear when the final episode ends. They can remain dormant for years. Then one unexpected image appears, and suddenly, everything comes back. That may be the real meaning behind this latest viral moment. It is not just about two celebrities standing together. It is about the memories attached to them. Will Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi work together again? That is the question many fans would undoubtedly love to have answered. For now, however, there is no need to turn hope into expectation. A future collaboration would certainly attract enormous attention, especially given the enduring popularity of their previous work together. But unless an official project is announced, everything beyond that remains speculation. And perhaps waiting is part of the fun. Fans can continue enjoying their existing work, revisiting favorite scenes, and appreciating the moments that originally made the pairing special. If another collaboration eventually happens, it will have its own story. It will involve two actors who have grown significantly since their earlier project. And that raises an intriguing possibility. What would their chemistry look like today? Would it feel exactly as fans remember? Would it be completely different? Or would it somehow become something even more memorable? Those questions alone are enough to keep the conversation alive. The moment may be temporary, but the memory isn't. Trending topics eventually disappear. Social media moves on. New celebrities become the focus of attention. New dramas take over the conversation. But some memories remain. That may be why the reaction to Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi feels so much bigger than a simple event appearance. For many viewers, their names are connected to a story that once meant something. A story that made them laugh. A story that made them emotional. A story they discussed with friends. A story they waited for every week. And when those two familiar faces appear together again, even briefly, those feelings return. Perhaps that is the most powerful kind of chemistry, not the chemistry that exists only inside a script, but the emotional connection that continues to live in the audience long after the story has ended. Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi may have moved forward in their careers, but the memories created by their collaboration remain frozen in time. And sometimes, all it takes is one frame to bring those memories rushing back. So, what do you think? Was this latest Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi moment simply a nostalgic reunion, or do you think their chemistry still feels as special as it did years ago? And if you could choose just one iconic Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi moment, which scene or interaction would you say best represents their unforgettable chemistry? Share your favorite moment in the comments. If you enjoy entertainment stories, celebrity chemistry, drama nostalgia, and deeper discussions about the moments that keep fans talking, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because sometimes, the most unforgettable stories are the ones we thought we had already left behind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.